Hello, this is PG, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing Red Faction. The game is available on PC and most major consoles. Red Faction is a first-person shooter developed by Volition. You play as Parker, a miner on Mars who leads a resistance against the oppressive regime running the operation. Okay, gameplay, well, it's a first-person shooter with plenty of action right from the get-go. Once the miner revolution starts, you're thrust into the chaos that follows. You'll be scavenging for guns, ammunition, and desperately trying to get out of the facility as the corporation do their utmost to stop you.
Give up, miner!
In terms of controls, it's well laid out, although the aiming does feel a touch erratic. It's either that or use the auto aim, but that makes the game too easy, so, it's kind of find the one that works for you. The weapon variety is good. Handguns, rifles, shotguns, shields, batons, but my personal favourite were the explosive charges and the rocket launcher, because you can actually destroy the environment, but more on that later. It's not all combat though, there are several puzzles to navigate, missions to complete, vehicles to drive, and even a bit of stealth thrown in for good measure. One thing to note, there isn't any levelling in the game. The progression comes with your loadout improvements by way of weapons that I mentioned earlier. Now the game world is destructible. Not fully, but most parts can be eroded with rockets and charges. Now these destructible environments make for quite unique and cool features, and at the time, this was never really seen in games. It actually does take a while to get your head around. You might need to get to a room, pull a lever, but you can't find a way in. Then it just dawns on you, why don't I just blow the wall out? Bang. It's also worth mentioning the story. I'd say it's very well paced, well written, keeps you guessing, and it's got nice twists and turns throughout. Now the game features multiplayer options too. This for me was a guilty pleasure back in the day. I used to play this with a mate, and as he was racking up kills, I'd be tunnelling away into the wall so I could RPG him on his blind side. Had to be done. Visually, I'd say despite the age, it still holds up for the most part. Yes, perhaps it's a bit glitchy with ladders and stuff, but mostly it looks quite nice. And I'd say sound, very good as well. Good voice acting, really nice music, good ambience. It's a very well presented game for its age. Okay, verdict. Red Faction is an excellent sci-fi first-person shooter that still stands up as a classic game for the ages. With a strong storyline, good characters, an interesting game world, cool combat, and even destructible environments. Red Faction was one of the best games around at the time, and it's a game that's still worth revisiting or trying for the first time. Yes, perhaps the sequels didn't live up to this original, with Red Faction Guerrilla being the exception, but that does not change the fact that Red Faction was, and still is, a great game. It was one of the children of Half-Life, and it gave console players a sense of how good first-person shooters could actually be. Okay, scoring, Red Faction gets 8.5 out of 10. That's the review. Thank you for watching. This is PG, signing off. Cheers.